This is Singer 29K58, and it's been a version of this machine has been made by Singer for years, probably since before the turn of 1900. And it originally was called the 29-4, and they upgraded it. And it's Sosu leather. It's commonly called a cobbler's machine, but it's also called a shoe patch machine, and you'll see them every once in a while. And it was made to work on a treadle, and a very interesting treadle. The arm sticks out. It's got fabric over it right now, but it allows you to put something under the arm like a boot or some other product you need to sew up inside of. It's very heavy duty, can use very big needles. It's got a couple of interesting characteristics to it, and I'm going to go over those in a second. And this presser foot, this is actually called a walking foot. And the foot itself goes up, moves across, goes down, pulls the fabric, needle comes down and sews. And in this case, this machine, the foot can pivot 360 degrees. So you can, if you had a table built around this, or you were sewing something really big, instead of moving the fabric, you could just change this and it would change the direction the fabric would go in. And in this case, I've got the crank itself normally would go on the end of the machine, right there, and then it would be hooked to the treadle. And you can it's still hooked to the treadle, but I'm not going to use the treadle. But in this case, you have very fine control over how you sew with this machine. And I'm going to try to set it up and give you a demo of some sewing. Okay, so I'm also going to show you how you can sew leather. It's got a leather needle in it, but so basically the foot is facing me, and I'm going to turn the hand crank and you can watch it sew. You can see the foot raise up and go forward, and pull the fabric back, and the needle goes down. And of course you can turn the fabric just like you normally would. But you can also turn the feed dot itself. Now it's not really doing much here because this is not a very big piece of fabric, and so therefore it doesn't really work very well this way. But you can see what's going on there, and I'm turning it by hand. Okay, I'm going to stop and give you another demo here. And I'm going to show you how I took two pieces of leather and we're going to sew. I've already done it once, you can see that. I'm going to do it again. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, so here goes the treadling. My skills are not very good at this, but it's still working. Okay, looks like I might have broken the needle, broken the thread. No, I guess not. This is upholstery thread in here, so it's pretty stout. Okay, let's look at that. Didn't break the thread. That was the end of a previous thread that we saw there. Alright, it's kind of not real pretty, and you can control the stitch length on this as well very easily. That didn't have any problem sewing through that. Okay, there you go. Singer 29K58 cobbler machines, also known as shoe patch. It's also used a lot to sew patches on leather jackets, and I have at least one friend who has one similar to this that she does the exact thing. She sews patches on motorcycle jackets.